8 ways to lose belly fat for diabetics in 30 days. Howdy and welcome again to another video from us at Keto Diabetics. In this video, we are going to unmask the 8 important ways to lose belly fat for diabetics in just 30 days or less. But before we go ahead, make sure that you are subscribed to our Keto Diabetic channel. The idea behind adopting the ketogenic diet for weight loss is that if you don't give your body enough glucose, which comes from carbohydrate foods and is the main source of energy for all of your cells, your body will make an alternative fuel called ketones from your stored fat. The ketogenic diet has been shown to help diabetics lose weight a lot. This is because it limits the amount of glucose you eat and makes you burn fat for fuel. Diabetes and obesity are long-term conditions that are getting worse all over the world. The relationship between diabetes, insulin resistance, and BMI is very strong. People who are overweight have more non-esterified fatty acids, glycerol, hormones, cytokines, substances that cause inflammation, and other substances that contribute to insulin resistance. Diabetes happens when cells don't work as well and insulin resistance gets worse. Getting type 1 diabetes is linked to gaining weight when you are young. NEFA is a key part of how insulin resistance happens and how the function of cells gets worse. 8. Soluble fiber intake should be high. Many people classify fiber as either insoluble or soluble. How they react with the water in your body is different. While soluble fiber dissolves in water, insoluble fiber does not. So it primarily serves as a bulking agent to facilitate bowel movements. Taking this can relieve constipation. There are many ways that soluble fiber may help you lose fat around your middle. When combined with water, soluble fiber forms a gel that slows the digestive process. This type of fiber has been shown to aid in weight loss by making you feel full after eating less. It might also reduce the number of calories your body takes in from the food you eat. In an observational study with more than 1,100 adults, the amount of belly fat gained over 5 years was cut by 3.7% for every 10 grams of soluble fiber added to the diet. Your lower digestive system is home to more than 100 trillion beneficial bacteria. A recent study found that those whose gut bacteria were the most diverse had the lowest rates of abdominal fat. 7. Avoid foods containing trans fats. Abdominal fat has negative effects on more than just your appearance. It can also negatively affect your health. It's a collection of dangerously persistent visceral fats. Those of you who have exhausted every possible method of eliminating belly fat must realize by now that doing so is no simple task. The question is, how and where can we find these foods with trans fats? And saturated fats, like soybean oil, are transformed into trans fats when hydrogen is pumped into them. You can find them in some margarines and spreads, as well as in many processed foods, though many manufacturers have phased them out. Observational studies and studies on animals have shown that these fats cause inflammation, heart disease, insulin resistance, and more fat around the middle. A 6-year study found that, compared to monkeys fed a diet high in monounsaturated fat, those fed a diet high in trans fat gained 33% more abdominal fat. Read food labels carefully and avoid purchasing items that contain trans fats if you want to protect your health and reduce belly fat. Partially hydrogenated fats are a common name for these. Cutting back on trans fats is a good idea, whether or not you're trying to lose weight. 6. Keep your alcohol consumption to a minimum. Alcohol consumption is associated with an increase in abdominal fat. Alcoholic beverages are notorious for providing only empty calories, meaning they do nothing for your health. However, it's been linked to increased visceral fat and a higher BMI. Even though drinking alcohol in moderation is good for your health, drinking too much is very bad for it. Consuming excessive amounts of alcohol has also been linked to increased belly fat. According to observational studies, heavy drinking is associated with an elevated risk of developing central obesity, or an excessive amount of fat around the middle. If you're trying to lose weight, cutting back on booze could be a good idea. There was a study done on alcohol use that included over 2,000 participants. There was a significant difference in the amount of belly fat between those who drank alcohol daily but consumed less than 1 drink per day, and those who drank less frequently but consumed more alcohol on the days they did drink. Increased belly fat has been linked to heavy alcohol consumption. Drinking alcohol in moderation or not at all would definitely help you lose weight. 5. Consume a diet rich in protein. When trying to maintain a healthy weight, protein is essential. When you eat a lot of protein, your body makes more of the hormone that makes you feel full, in addition to boosting your metabolism and helping you keep your muscle mass while dieting. Protein is an essential nutrient. Numerous observational studies have found that people who consume more protein have lower levels of abdominal fat compared to those who consume less. Meat, fish, eggs, dairy, whey protein, beans, and other good protein sources should be part of every meal. Fish, lean meat, and beans are great examples of high-protein foods that can help you lose belly fat. 4. Make an effort to relax more frequently. Learn to take a chill pill. The stress hormone, cortisol, is secreted by the adrenal glands in response to stress, and this hormone has been linked to increased abdominal adiposity. Studies have shown that high cortisol levels make people want to eat more and lead to more fat being stored in the belly area. Stress can cause the body to make more cortisol, which can lead to visceral fat, which is notoriously hard to get rid of. Weight gain, negative coping strategies, poor sleep quality, sedentary habits, and a lack of physical activity are just some of the other negative lifestyle outcomes that can result from prolonged exposure to stress. Having fun and relieving stress are both great ways to trim your waistline. Yoga and meditation are two such practices that may prove helpful. If you want to lose weight, one of your top priorities should be to reduce your stress levels. 3. Limit your intake of sweets, beverages, and fruit juice. Fructose, which can be found in sugar, has been linked to a number of long-term diseases. Diseases like fatty liver, obesity, and type 2 diabetes are on this list. High sugar consumption has been linked to an increase in abdominal fat in observational studies. Many people put on unwanted pounds because they consume too much sugar. Limit your intake of candy and processed foods. In fact, sugary drinks appear to be even worse than high-sugar foods. In addition, your brain has trouble recognizing the difference between solid and liquid calories, so you're more likely to overeat and gain weight. Despite the fact that it's good for you nutritionally, fruit juice has just as much sugar as soda or any other sweetened drink. Despite its health benefits, there may be the same chance of getting belly fat if you drink a lot of these drinks. They contain large amounts of fructose and also glucose, which results in an increase in the sugar content of the body. Instead of fruit juice, try and sweeten it iced tea or sparkling water with a wedge of lemon or lime if you're trying to lose belly fat. 2. Engage in aerobic exercise as well as weight training. Aerobic exercise, also known as cardio, is one of the most efficient ways to burn calories and tone the abdominal muscles. According to scientific research, exercising is one of the best ways to get a flat stomach. Whether low-intensity or high-intensity exercise is better has been the subject of conflicting studies. But the frequency and length of your exercise routine are more important than how hard you work out. Getting your heart rate up with some aerobic exercise can help you shed unwanted pounds. Research shows that it can significantly reduce your waist size. Losing belly fat requires a multi-pronged approach, one of which is weight training. Having more muscle tone can aid in fat loss because muscles use more calories than fat does even at rest. According to dietitians, when a person starts weight training, most of the fat is transformed into muscle protein, so the overall body shape is maintained, and it also helps to lose complete body fat more easily. 1. Avoid eating too many carbohydrates. Cutting back on carbs is a good way to lose fat all over the body and to get rid of stubborn belly fat in particular. Diets containing less than 50 grams of carbohydrates per day reduce abdominal fat in the overweight, those at risk for type 2 diabetes, and women with polycystic ovary syndrome. A low-carb diet is not required. Some studies have found a link between switching from refined to unprocessed starches and better metabolic health and less fat around the middle. According to the study, participants who consumed the most whole grains had a 17% lower risk of having abdominal fat than those who consumed the most refined grains. Extra abdominal fat has been linked to a diet high in processed carbohydrates. You might want to cut back on carbs or replace processed carbs with healthier options like whole grains, legumes, and vegetables. Supplements that aid weight loss could also offer benefits in terms of weight loss management and help accelerate your weight loss journey as a diabetic. Visit us at ketodiabetic.com to learn more about this by clicking on the link below. If you benefited from today's video, then feel free to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel Keto Diabetics for even more videos next week. Bye now.